Welcome to Reviews on the Run. We're at the comic shop. We're going to be talking about the brand new Spider-Man game. And Tommy's going to try to not shop for the entirety of the show. Right now, he's looking for the Tron comic book. Today on Reviews on the Run, Tommy and I are taking a look at Spider-Man Web of Shadows, James Bond Quantum of Solace. In Versus, we're taking a look at Naruto Clash of Ninja Revolution 2 against Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and Warriors Orichi 2. All right, we're going to talk about the brand new Spider-Man game. We're going to hold this guy back for a few seconds.
That was the other part of the contract.
Yeah, we had to be Spider-Man.
I had to talk about Spider-Man if I was coming to the show.
Of course.
I had to talk about Spider-Man or Tron.
There you go. Well, we're still a couple of years from a new Tron game, I think.
The movie
is coming, and I know there'll be more Tron games, which will be great.
Uh-oh.
But today we're talking about Spider-Man Web of Shadows. This is the brand new one from Activision and Treyarch, Shaba Games in San Francisco.
Remember Shaba.
Yep, they worked on it. It's obvious to me that there's a pedigree here, that these guys are very familiar with the technology, the hardware to make games like this, and to kind of bring Spider-Man into a new level.
Well,
I think this is a fantastic looking game.
I'll tell you what this is. This is Grand Theft Auto meets God of War.
For sure.
I mean, that's what this Spider-Man brings, because the hand-to-hand combat in this game is really unbelievable. And what's really amazing, though, about this game is that they take care of 3D so well. It could be a potential disaster, the way they've set up the gameplay, but it's not. It runs so smooth.
The camera is really smart, isn't it?
The camera is unbelievable. You literally, go over buildings and up above ridges and stuff, and the camera follows you nice. You never feel dizzy or confused.
And you can lock on to different targets and stuff like that, and you need to deal with the different enemies that you have to fight that way. But it does come sort of unstuck sometimes, and that's when it gets a little bit weird. Like, you get to the top of a building, and all of a sudden, woo, it's like going crazy, and it's trying to find the right angle, and it's a little too sensitive. But you kind of expect.
What they're doing,
I know.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, you get a whole damn city to swing around in now, but the problem is
the whole damn city. I mean, they've completely rendered all of Manhattan. You have every windowsill, every hooker. I mean, it's awesome.
They had to license the hookers. They had to get them in there. They had to get their approvals. The problem with it is that they've been doing this game, this core game of swinging around an entire city, since the PlayStation 2 and Xbox One days. Right. And Spider-Man 2 was the first game that gave you this full immersive Grand Theft Auto size city to run around in. And, that is going to feel a little bit familiar to people. But what they've improved on greatly is the hand-to-hand combat and all the web slinging and web zipping abilities of the character.
And the webs,
incredible.
The webs look really good too.
Yeah.
You know, like when they come out of Spidey, it's not just like the line like you always see. It's kind of like wiggly, and you can do a lot of attacks. And Luke Cage kind of gives you, teaches you some stuff on the streets of Manhattan. But
that's the new thing, is you get all the different sort of
all the different characters.
Yeah, Marvel characters that pop up, and you can call them in as allies.
Black Cat, huh?
Yeah. And you also get both the black suit Spider-Man and the red suit Spider-Man.
And you can push it.
Villains. Yeah, at any time.
You push the button at any time, and it does this really cool morph from the black to the red. Anyway.
But doesn't the art style look like Amazing Spider-Man as opposed to Ultimate Spider-Man when they did that game? Doesn't this feel like the kind of more adult version of Spider-Man?
I'll tell you the one thing that annoyed me the most about this game. What the hell was up
with the voice?
Spider-Man's voice.
I know, I hated it too.
Oh my
so
God.
annoying.
Was he like
he's
the
not
most
funny.
wimpy?
I know, he's not
and he's like a wimpy. He's like you. I mean, he's like
give me a break.
Okay, maybe not as that wimpy.
MJ, I'm so worried.
Damn it.
You best play it cool, man.
Well, my favorite part of the game was the fact that there's a lot of consequence going on. So you'll get into a big fight, and all of a sudden, vehicles will start exploding, and you have to deal with a passenger or a driver flying out of the car, and you have a split second to kind of press the B button and shoot out a web and capture the guy and bring him to safety. And if you miss him, you'll get points for the black suit Spider-Man. If you catch him, you'll get points, like experience points, for the red suit Spider-Man. And I just thought that kind of core gameplay was cool. Another great Spider-Man game. What are you going to give Spider-Man Web of Shadows?
I'm giving it an 8.5.
8 from me. Terrific stuff. I really don't see how Batman games are ever going to catch up. All right, you guys, sometimes there is just no excuse for not picking up a great game, and this is one I want to tell you about. It's called Dropship. This is my cup of tea. This is a shooter in the vein of Defender, Robotron, Geometry Wars, talking about some great games here, mixed with a little bit of Lunar Lander, so you're dealing with gravity as you're trying to navigate through all of these cool sort of chasms and tunnels and things like that. You save people from your address book. That's one of the coolest things about this game. It's deep, it's intense, it's rewarding, the soundtrack is awesome, and the best part of all, it's $2. Right now, I like this even more than Rolando, if you can believe it. It's not as deep as Rolando, it doesn't have as many things going on, but it's fantastic. Dropship gets a 9.5 out of 10 from me, and there is no reason why you shouldn't have this on your iPhone. All right, stick around. We have more comic-flavored, genre-flavored, fantasy, adventure, action, cool-flavored stuff coming up all show long. Up next is the new James Bond game, Quantum of Solace. All right, so I've been giving a lot of love to the iPhone recently, and it's been a little while since I picked up the DS and started playing games, and I picked up one that I've wanted to take a look at for a while. It's called Mystery Case Files Millionaire, and it's in the vein of the Professor Layton, puzzle solving. Basically what you're looking at here, it's one of those games where you see an image, and it's got all kinds of cluttered little objects and things like that, and you basically have to find the objects in this overall image and cross them off your list. And everything is a jumbled mess, and it's super cluttered. I mean, if you ever walked into places like this in real life, you'd think, come on, could someone clean up around here? Give me a break. Now, my only caveat about this game is that there are games, again, on the iPhone and iPod Touch that are about $2 or $4.99 or something like that. This is $20. And if you like games like, Brain Age or Professor Layton, you probably dig this. I did. I'm giving Mystery Case Files Millionaire 7 out of 10. We're back, and since the beginning of time, James Bond shooters have all been compared to Rare's GoldenEye back in the day, and there's been lots of different games since then that have tried to knock GoldenEye off of its throne as the best James Bond game. Will Quantum of Solace, how do you say it?
Well, Sting says Solace in the song, so
Solace.
Sting must know what he's talking about.
Is it soulless like you?
No.
Or no? Okay, it's
No.
Solace.
Solace.
Okay, Quantum of Solace.
Like Sting.
Anyways, James Bond, Quantum of Solace from Treyarch.
Treyarch? Or is it Treyarch?
I think it's Treyarch. Didn't they just
Sting
make...
says Treyarch.
And Activision, who is busy becoming the biggest video game company in the world.
Yep.
All right, what did you think of this latest in the James Bond lineage? What did you think of the game?
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. I was really kind of worried because, EA has held the license for Bond, and EA loves
okay games.
They love throwing, tens of millions of dollars into it, so you always know you're going to get a quality product
I
at
liked
the end
the
of the
From
day.
Russia with Love game, and I liked Everything or Nothing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So they did some awesome games. Gotta say, they took the ball and ran with it. They picked up right where EA left off.
Well,
quality game.
First smart move is they used the Call of Duty 4 engine to build this game.
And you can tell too, because there's a lot of that focus shifting and stuff that you always see in the Call of Duty games. It's in this even more.
Yeah, well, what I like about that, the way that they used it, is they used it in the environmental special effects. When you've got cave-ins and explosions and things like that, they look terrific. I don't particularly think that the environments were all fully fleshed out, like the caves in Bolivia, pretty dry.
You ever been in a cave in Bolivia? They're pretty freaking dry.
Are they? Okay.
Yeah.
So they rendered it perfectly.
They render it perfect for a cave in Bolivia.
I was bored with the
Come
level.
on.
I saw this stuff in the game, and I'm like, okay, some of this looks great, and some of it looks really kind of untextured and dry and boring. Call of Duty 4, I would argue, all fantastic.
See,
top to bottom, everything.
I think there was more great stuff, though, in this game. I mean, that first level.
There's enough great stuff that you'll enjoy. Yeah,
it's awesome.
It looks
the
good.
graphics were incredible.
They look good, and all the cast is in there. They've got the cast from Casino Royale is even in there.
Right.
Daniel Craig is in there, although he literally phones in his performance because half the time he's in the game, he's on the phone.
I insist you come in.
I'll call you back.
That sounded like gunfire.
Did they record him calling?
And the character looks very much like Daniel
they did a
Craig
good
until
job.
they scanned his face. They did a really good job. Now, one of the gameplay elements that I kind of
Gears of War.
didn't like a lot was the Gears of War
duck and
sticking to
cover.
the walls.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, come on, guys.
I think a big deal with this game is that it conveys the excitement and it conveys the lineage and the heritage of James Bond
And
in an
the
exciting way.
intensity.
And the intensity.
The excitement.
And that's what you want. Okay, so step one, it delivers that. Yes, it's not the best shooter.
First-person
It's not the best.
It's not Call of Duty 4.
not Call of Duty 4.
Close.
It's not Resistance. It's not Gears of War. It's not Rainbow Six. But it's its own thing, and it's solid, and it's fun.
And it puts you in that
and it
James
delivers.
Bond world.
Big time. What are you going to give Quantum of Solace?
I liked it a lot. I'm giving it an 8.5.
I'm giving it an 8, and I definitely think James Bond fans should check this one out. All right, don't disappear. We're talking about one of the biggest properties in the anime world after this. It's 2 new Naruto games going head-to-head.
Ouch.
Clash of Ninja Revolution 2 going up against Ultimate Ninja Storm right after this.
Can't be good.